Donald Trump made what he did a campaign promise. He was clear about where he stood. He was proud of the people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. He made this very clear on January 7th, 2021. Anyone pretending to be outraged and shocked and surprised, you just haven't been paying attention. The Republican Party has long claimed to be the party of law and order. Back to blue. However, many lawmakers' silence and refusal to push back against Donald Trump's actions make it incredibly hard to take that claim serious. Many of the officers that were brutally assaulted that day are the same officers who protected Donald Trump on Monday. Think about that for a minute. Just sit with that for a minute. The same people that Donald Trump sent to a mob to attack are the same people that made sure he was safe on Monday. So these Republican members that are scared or whatever, lack the courage to speak out against what Donald Trump has done. Like the Congresswoman said, they tell you in private that's not good enough.
It was kind of surreal on Inauguration Day, having all these people wearing MAGA hats. They saw me and they saw my uniform. They recognized who I was, but they thanked me for my service. And it reminded me of January 6, 2021, because on that morning they thanked me for my service too. And then they went into the ellipse and listened to Donald Trump speak. And Trump was told that they were armed and he didn't care. He told them they had to fight. Fight, fight, fight. And then he sent them to the Capitol. And once they went to the Capitol, they didn't thank me anymore. They called me a traitor, telling me to remember my oath. I was beaten, crushed, kicked, punched, surrounded. Someone reached underneath my visor, tried to gouge out my eye. And all these people were just pardoned by Donald Trump, who says that they were the real victims, that they were the patriots. I don't understand how anyone can believe that. But he is the President of the United States, and he's going to leverage that power in terrible ways. And one of the first ways he chose to do that was to pardon everyone from January 6th who tried to stop the transfer of power and usurp the will of the people. I hope that the guardrails that remain in our government are sufficient to preserve the Republic for the next 4 years.
These are far-right, violent extremists who have engaged in political violence, now set free by the President of the United States and encouraged, emboldened, inspired to not only fight on his behalf, but to commit violence on his behalf. This is effectively a militia that Donald Trump has created to support his political wishes and his personal wishes, which are always overlapped with his political wishes. We are here today to emphasize a couple of things. And first and foremost is that Donald Trump's pardons are a complete abandonment of all of the men and women in law enforcement around this country. The Capitol Police officers, the Metropolitan Police Department officers who protected the Capitol that day, who protected members of Congress, senators, the vice president, put their lives on the line to do their job. And the rioters, the masses that Donald Trump sent to the Capitol, invaded that Capitol and assaulted many of the officers on their way. You cannot say you back the blue if you are going to let out of jail violent criminals who assaulted the blue.